The magic of Miktek microphones is the owner of the company is Mike Ketchell. And what's neat with Mike Ketchell is I've known him for years, and when he gave me the opportunity to audition his microphones, I really look forward to it. We worked together. I owned one of his automation systems back in the day and made some great records using his automation. So I always respected his ear because his automation system sounded great. It was transparent to the experience. So what's neat about these is that they are born in Nashville and tested and built in Nashville. He's making a whole another series right now, but these have been the ones that I've been able to go out with, and they are really sweet. I use them in all of the award radio shows that we do, which bring really great artists that come in to do personalized shows for radio directors. So it's very important that we get the sound right, because this is a very small but very important audience. So we've been using the fives, the PM5s, for these primarily now because it's just so well accepted. I actually even got the privilege of using one doing a Stevie Wonder show, and so that one's going back to the factory and probably going to be enshrined over there. But it sounded fantastic. It sounded just like the artist, and that's why folks like these things. They're not designed to sound like anything particular. They have a sweet extended high end, and they're not trying to emulate anything. They're just trying to do a better version of microphones at this point. They're not trying to pretend to be any other vintage piece. So we have a cardioid condenser and a cardioid dynamic. And these are the top two pieces. And they're, like I said, the high-end extension is super smooth, very linear. The cardioid pattern is very sweet. The edges are amazing, and when you get off axis, it'll drop off and disappear. So gain before feedback is a fantastic issue. So that's that in the handhelds. In condensers, we'll start with the C7e, which for me is really the missing link in microphones. Because I've owned a bunch of other FET mics. This is a FET microphone. In figure 8, the pattern disappears on the edges. So if you're doing an MS recording, it's fantastic. Some people love it as a vocal mic because it suits their voice. It takes a lot of SPL. It uses a great transformer in it that allows it to extend all the way down. So the low frequency extension is just superior. He handpicks the diaphragms, and they're tuned. He uses engineering students to do it from the local university to build them, and so they're truly hand built. And you have Omni cardioid in a figure 8, and the figure 8 is immaculate on it. But that goes for all of them. But the extended high frequency is over the top. In the CV3, this is the V is the vacuum tube portion of it. This is a tube where you have a remote power supply, which gives you your options on your patterns. And in the microphone itself, you have this and Telefunken tubes in the CV4. So they're all vintage production tubes. You have another transformer again that gives you that linearity all the way down to the bottom. This has been super smooth. I love this mic for a voiceover mic. People's opinions are going to totally vary as to what they want to use stuff on. But we did a thing for Netflix, and the guy's voice was awesome because it was totally corny and rich. And that's what you're going to get out of something like this. You get what's nice is very often when you drop it into a high pass filter, and a lot of them, you're going to hear some anomalies. What you're getting is care and concern in your high pass, care and concern in your pad, and in your patterns. So I recommend you get some ears on it. There's a lot of great videos where people use these mics. If you get a chance, you should hear them. Okay, one more story with the C7e. Is that I have a friend of mine that's been mixing La La Land on tour right now, and he was complimenting the house in Australia with their on their mics, and he said there was some of the nicer sounding mics, and he's wondering which German mics he was using, and they sounded better than his regular collection of German mics. He goes, those aren't German, those things are made over in America. And he assumed them to be a much more elaborate microphone, and really what it is the hand care in the Miktecs. And one of the mics that was also chosen from that is the CE5. And there's the logo on that one. And what's nice with this is you got interchangeable capsules. And this is what a lot of mics should be in this way, but this will give you the immaculate top end that you don't get in a lot of the other mics that are out there. And this gives you your options on your capsules if you decide to go with an Omni capsule, or I think those are the only two that they're making right now, but this and an Omni. But yeah, extended top end for days, low frequency like you wouldn't believe. What you would expect in a little pencil condenser, maybe like a vintage one, but even better. This is the ultimate drum kit setup that I would use. It's not the drum kit that they necessarily sell, but a combination of two different kick drum stylings. This is a FET that'll take a boatload of SPL and plays extremely low and very fast. It has a lot to do with the electronics that are built into it and the fact that it extends all the way up. This kick drum is an instant kick drum, or floor tom, big fat floor tom. The same thing with the rack toms, which also work double on snares. And if you're doing any kind of delicate cymbal work or even thrashy cymbal work, this is all part of that package. I mean, it works as well on a stringed instrument as it does on all that cymbal work that you would be doing. So they make all kinds of kits. I would just add this to your kit while you're at it. That would be a bonus.